A simple trick in chicken turns into a 5-star restaurant dish. To start, I place a rack over 3 chicken breasts and make parallel cuts. In a bowl, I add a 1/4 cup of olive oil, a 1/4 cup of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of chimichurri, 5 minced garlic cloves to give our recipe that special Sunday flavor. I add 1 teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of black pepper. I cover it with plastic wrap and let it marinate for 30 minutes. Now I slice 200 grams of mushrooms. Next, we're going to slice 2 red onions into half-moon shapes. In a baking dish, I add the sliced onion. Then I place the delicious mushrooms one by one. And right after that, I add 2 tomatoes sliced into rounds. And before I forget, tell me which city you're watching from so I can send you a special shout-out. Today's shout-out goes to Rachel Thompson from Halifax, Canada. I'm really happy you're enjoying our recipes. Now I arrange the chicken breasts on top of the tomato. And then I bake it at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 40 minutes. After baking, I top it with mozzarella to taste to make our delicious recipe even more flavorful. Then I return it to the oven to melt and brown the cheese for 15 more minutes at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. This always grabs attention when I put it on the table. The smell, the color, everything shows it came out just right. It looks like something from a restaurant, but it's one of those recipes you get the hang of quickly. I like to take my time at this point because that's when you really see the result of the whole preparation. You know that feeling when you know you nailed it? That's it. The texture already shows it turned out perfectly, and every time I make it, it feels like it turns out better than the last.
Start by adding 4 potatoes cut into half-moon shapes. The oil is already hot, so let the potatoes fry. Fry them until they turn golden for a few minutes. Look, the fried potatoes are almost ready. Now, add 12 onions cut into half-moon shapes. Mix them with the potatoes. Let the onions fry with the potatoes for a few more minutes. Be careful when mixing, because the oil is very hot and you might burn yourself. Do it cautiously. Since the potatoes are almost ready, leave them aside for now. Now prepare the egg mixture. In this bowl, add 6 or 7 eggs. Then, add a teaspoon of salt. Also, add half a teaspoon of black pepper. Mix the eggs well, whisking them with a fork to make it easier. This potato recipe will surprise you. It's delicious and easy to make with everyday ingredients. I mixed the eggs well, and now the potatoes are ready. So, turn off the heat. Drain a bit of the oil and add the potatoes to the eggs. Remove all the potatoes from the pan and add them to the eggs. All in the same bowl. Don't worry, the result will be excellent. Even though it's a different recipe, everyone who tries it always wants more. Now, just mix the potatoes with the eggs well. Look, I mixed the potatoes with the eggs well. Now, put everything back in the pan with a bit of oil. Notice that I'm using a smaller pan, and the oil is just to grease it. Add all the potatoes and distribute them evenly, organizing them in the pan. Turn the heat to low temperature and cover the pan. After a few minutes, it will have cooked on one side. Then, flip the recipe. Look, it's golden on one side. Now, use a plate to flip the recipe. See how it's turning out. Put it back in the pan to brown the other side. You can use spatulas or a board to flip it. I always like to flip it this way to keep the recipe together and avoid breaking it. And to finish our recipe, cover it again and leave it for a few more minutes to brown. Look, it's ready. The other side is perfectly golden as well. Now, take the plate and flip the recipe one more time. Look at how it turned out. A real marvel. See how our recipe stayed whole and well browned. In just a few minutes, it's ready. Cut a portion to show you how it looks inside. Try this recipe at home and let me know how it turned out. I want to know if you achieved the perfect point, and if you came up with any different ideas for this recipe. Enjoy your meal.
This is probably the best chicken breast I have ever made. I'll start by cutting a chicken breast in half. I made this preparation very detailed so you can achieve an amazing result in the kitchen. Then, I'll place plastic wrap on top so I can pound it with a meat mallet. Pound it well, you'll see how worth it is to make a recipe like this for dinner. I'll add wheat flour to this bowl here. Now, I'll coat the entire chicken, making sure to cover all sides properly. Tell me from which city you're watching us so I can send you a special greeting. Today's greeting goes to Michael Johnson from New York. I'm happy that you're enjoying our recipes. In a bowl, I'll add 2 eggs, 1 teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of black pepper, 3 cloves of garlic chopped, parsley to taste, half a cup of grated Parmesan cheese. I'll mix everything well until all the ingredients are perfectly combined. It should have this texture, perfect for the next step. Now, I'll take the chicken breast that I coated and dip it into the mixture. It's really easy to make. If you have any doubts, just follow what I'm doing. It will turn out perfect. Simple, quick, and irresistible. This recipe is perfect for any occasion. Try it at home and let me know what you think. Now it's ready for the next step. I'll add 2 tablespoons of butter. Stir well as it melts. You'll be amazed at how easy it is to create something so delicious and special. Now, it's time to fry it. This is one of those recipes that you make once and never forget. So tasty and practical. When it reaches this golden color, it's perfect. In the same pan, I'll add 1 cup of chicken broth, 2 cloves of garlic chopped, 2 tablespoons of lime juice, parsley to taste, 1 tablespoon of butter. Stir well while it cooks. You'll notice the color changes to this beautiful shade. Now, place the chicken in the pan to cook in the sauce. Turn it over so the mixture gets fully absorbed by the chicken. I have to confess, the smell of this dish is incredible. Surprise your family with a wonderful dinner by preparing this amazing recipe. Now, just transfer it to a plate, cut it, and taste this delight. Look at this fantastic appearance. It's perfect. If you look closely, the texture is also very tender. If you're looking for flavor, convenience, and speed, you've just found the best recipe on the internet. This chicken is totally worth making for dinner. It's perfect for gathering the family. If you like this preparation method, you're going to love my next tips. I still have many other secret recipes to share, so stay tuned and don't miss anything.
This is what I do when I have ripe bananas at home. It turned out amazing. For today's recipe, I'm going to add 4 sliced bananas to a blender, along with 2 cups of milk. Also 3 eggs. Then I'll cover the blender to mix all the ingredients very well. I love making this recipe for when I'm on a diet. It's very healthy and light to eat. Once the mixture is ready, I'll set it aside to use later. Now, I'll place a cup of sugar in a pan, and I'll stir it well while it melts. Once it reaches the right consistency, I'll gradually add half a cup of water, stirring constantly. And before I forget, tell me which city you're watching us from so I can send a special greeting. Today's greeting goes to Lily Thompson from Nebraska. I'm glad you're enjoying our recipes. Once the mixture is ready, I'll transfer it to a metal baking dish. This mixture is essential to keep the recipe from sticking when you take it out of the dish. And I'll spread it well on all the sides of the dish. My family always asks me to make this dessert for them on weekends. Not only is it super quick to make, but it's also incredibly delicious. Next, I'll pour the first mixture into the metal dish. Then, I'll cover it with aluminum foil. Besides being super quick and easy to make, this recipe is also very economical. I usually have all the ingredients already at home, so I don't have to go out and spend extra money on ingredients. Now I'll place the metal dish into a large pan that's big enough to fill it with water. Send this recipe to your friend who loves banana. I'm sure he'll love making it and will appreciate you sending it to him. Make this recipe at home and let me know how it turned out. I'd love to hear that you made it and liked the final result. Now, I'll cover the pan and let the recipe cook for 35 minutes. After that, I'll remove the lid and the aluminum foil to check if the recipe is done. I'll do this by inserting a knife into it and checking if it comes out dry when I take it out. Then, I'll take the recipe out of the pan and place a plate over the metal dish to flip the recipe over. Now I'll slice a piece of it to transfer to another plate. Do you know any recipes that use the same ingredients and are similar to this one? Send it to me so I can try it at home too. I'd love the experience. Look at how beautiful today's dessert is turning out. I can't wait to try it when it's done. I'll add a little more of the prepared topping to enhance the flavor of the recipe.
Tuna, egg, and avocado. A perfect combination like you've never seen before. To start our recipe, I'll use 4 hard-boiled eggs and 170 grams of tuna. I place the ingredients in a bowl and mash everything with a fork, breaking up larger pieces and combining until I get a consistent paste. This step defines the flavor. Tell me, have you ever made a recipe with tuna? Next, I add half an avocado to our recipe. With this ingredient, our recipe becomes even more delicious. I scoop it out and mix slowly. The color changes immediately, the green spreads through the light flakes, and the texture gains a silky touch that promises a refreshing bite. Now, let's add 2 tablespoons of natural yogurt. I pour it gently over the mixture, enhancing the final creamy touch. I add half a teaspoon of salt, and now mix all the ingredients very well. And before I forget, tell me from which city you're watching so I can send you a special hug. Today's hug goes to Emily Johnson from Austin, Texas. I'm very happy you're enjoying our recipes. I continue mixing, scraping the bottom, until everything is uniform and well combined. This is the part that defines the result. As I mix, the color becomes uniform, and the texture shows that everything has come together. This step seems simple, but ensures the balanced flavor that makes each bite worthwhile. In a pan, I brush butter. I spread it with the brush from corner to corner, leaving just a thin film over the hot metal. Now, let's toast 2 bread slices. The slices touch the hot surface and start to sizzle. I wait for the first golden mark to appear, turn them carefully, let them brown on the other side, and remove them when the crust is firm but still soft in the center. I spread the mixture over one of the halves, creating a generous layer that reaches the edges, ready to unite both sides. I join the parts, press lightly with a fork to seal, and cut diagonally, forming 2 intact triangles, perfect for serving. I observe how the edges align and the bread holds the filling firmly. It already makes me want to grab one right now. I hold one of the triangles, press lightly, and see the filling emerge between the toasted layers. The aroma jumps out immediately, confirming that the combination is spot on. The crispy crust embraces the soft filling, proof that every step of the preparation was worth it.
Don't eat bread. Make this delicious breakfast at home. For our recipe, I'm going to mash 2 bananas. I'm sure this recipe will become part of your routine just like it did mine. After trying this treat, I don't spend as much money on bread anymore. I'll leave it like this and set it aside. Next, in this bowl, I'll add 3 whole eggs. I'm going to whisk our eggs well. This secret meal that restaurants don't want you to discover. This recipe works at any time of the day, but I prefer to make it for breakfast. I'll add our mashed bananas. Guys, the result will impress you. I'll whisk again until the bananas mix well with the eggs. Now I'll add a cup of rolled oats and then half a cup of milk. I'll mix all our ingredients. Everyone here at home loves this recipe because of how incredible the result is. Dieting has never been so easy. After replacing bread with this recipe, which is not only delicious but also very healthy, I feel more energetic and lively. Then I'll add a teaspoon of cinnamon powder and half a teaspoon of salt. I'll mix a little more. This is an amazing recipe, quick, easy, with few ingredients that you probably already have at home, and best of all, it's delicious. There's no reason not to make it at home. To finish, I'll add a teaspoon of baking powder. I'll mix again to ensure the baking powder is fully incorporated into our recipe, resulting in a consistent and smooth batter. Let me know if you have any different recipes using oats, bananas, and eggs. I'd love to hear more about your favorite recipes. Now I'll add a bit of oil to this pan. With the help of a silicone brush, I'll spread the oil all over the pan. All my friends ask me how I make this recipe. I'll add some batter. I'll make 3 portions here. But this recipe makes much more than that. I make it according to how hungry I feel. I even make it for my afternoon snack. I'll let it cook until one side is browned. Then I'll flip our recipe to fry both sides. I also like to add fruit to this delicious breakfast. Everyone here loves it. Try it with any fruit of your choice. Once both sides are fried, I'll transfer our recipe to a plate. Whenever I make this recipe, there's never anything left. Everyone here eats it and asks for more, so now I make it every week. To give it a special touch, I'll add a bit of honey on top of the dish. You'll save a lot of money making this recipe. Now our recipe is ready. I have no doubt that you'll come back here to thank me for teaching you this healthy and delicious breakfast. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Thank you so much for watching this video until the end. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.
I added egg to canned tuna and was blown away by the result. Learned this from a 5-star chef. I'm gonna start by adding 1 egg to this 120-gram can of tuna. Then I'll transfer it to another bowl. Don't worry, we're only using a few ingredients. I'm adding a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of black pepper, half a teaspoon of chili flakes, a teaspoon of fried garlic. And I'm also adding 1 more egg. Now I'll mix it all together. No rush. You're gonna fall in love with the flavor of this recipe. The taste is amazing. When you try it at home, send me a pic of how it turned out. Alright, I've mixed it well enough. In a pan, I'll pour in some olive oil. Then I'm adding 1 chopped onion. Keep stirring while it cooks. Once it starts turning golden, you're good to go. That onion smell? So good. Honestly, it's one of my favorite ingredients. Goes with just about anything. Now I'll pour the tuna mix right on top. Spread it out evenly with a spoon. Oh, before I forget, tell me what city you're watching from so I can give you a shout out. Today's shout out goes to Jason Miller from Austin, Texas. I'm so glad you're enjoying our recipes. I bet you're finding this super easy to follow. I tried to break everything down step by step so you won't have any trouble making it. Now I'll cover it and let it cook for 10 minutes. After that, I'll flip it over using a plate so it can cook on the other side. But first, let's take it up a notch. I'm gonna add some shredded mozzarella. I love cooking with mozzarella, so I'm being generous with it, but you can add as much or as little as you want. Look how pretty it's already looking. This dish will look amazing on the table. I'll sprinkle some oregano on top to finish it off. This is gonna be incredible. Now I'll cover it again and let it cook for another 5 minutes. And look at that! I gotta say, the smell alone is one of the best parts of this recipe. I made this yesterday for some friends and they loved it so much, they begged me to come here and show it to you. Now it's time to cut and plate it. The best thing about this recipe is that you can make it in no time with just a handful of ingredients. That's why it's become a go-to in my house. It's so easy that even if you're not that confident in the kitchen, you'll still be able to make this delicious meal. This one's for anyone who loves quick and easy recipes without sacrificing flavor. Every ingredient was picked with taste and nutrition in mind. Perfect for anyone trying to eat a little better without giving up on flavor. It's one of those dishes. Once you try it, you won't forget it. You'll see that you don't need to spend hours in the kitchen to serve up something amazing. Go ahead and try it out.
When I cook broccoli like this, everyone asks me for the recipe. To start today's recipe, I'm going to slice a broccoli into very small pieces. After that, I'll slice those pieces again into even smaller pieces. Now I'll transfer the broccoli to a large bowl. Next, I'll add a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of paprika, a teaspoon of chili flakes, 50 grams of Parmesan, 2 eggs, and I'll mix the ingredients very well. Once it's ready, I'll transfer the mixture to a pan already greased with olive oil. I'll spread it out evenly in the pan to cook everything equally. Then, I'll cover the pan to let it cook for 10 minutes. After that time, I'll use a plate to flip the recipe over to the other side. It might seem like a difficult recipe to prepare, but it's incredibly easy to make. I'll add 3 tablespoons of tomato sauce on top of the dish. And I'll spread it all over. After that, I'll add some mozzarella on top to taste. The texture the mozzarella gives to this recipe is amazing. I'll add slices of a tomato on top. Also, I'll add some bacon to taste. I love recipes with bacon. It goes well with any meal. I'll sprinkle some oregano on top of the dish. Then I'll cover the pan again and let it cook for another 5 minutes. After that time, it's ready. Now it's time to transfer it to the final plate, slice it up, and enjoy today's meal. Look how beautiful this recipe turned out. I can't wait to enjoy it. Make it at home and let me know how it turned out. I'd love to hear that you made it and enjoyed it too. I hope you liked this recipe. Thank you so much for watching this video until the end. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Whenever I make breakfast like this, everyone asks for the recipe. I'm going to start by adding 10 grams of active dry yeast into a large bowl, followed by 1 cup of warm water, and mix. I'll cover it with plastic wrap and let it rest for 10 minutes. After this time, I'll add 1 tablespoon of sugar, 1/2 cup of oil, 2½ cups of wheat flour, and mix everything well. This is the perfect consistency. I'll cover the bowl again and let the dough rise for 1 hour. In a pan, I'll add oil and 200 grams of butter, stirring until it melts completely. Now, I'll transfer the melted butter to a large bowl, then add the prepared dough and mix well until it becomes smooth and homogeneous. I'll cover the bowl with plastic wrap and let the dough rise for another 30 minutes. After this time, I'll place the dough on the table, roll it out. Tell me, what's your favorite breakfast recipe? I'd love to know. Add 100 grams of shredded cheddar cheese and mix well to incorporate it. And before I forget, tell me which city you're watching from so I can send you a big shout out. Today's shout out goes to Emily Carter from New York. I'm happy that you're enjoying our recipes. I'll separate a quarter of the dough, roll it out to a medium thickness, not too thin, not too thick. Then I'll cut it into thin strips. Once you make this recipe for breakfast, you won't want to make anything else. It turns out absolutely amazing. I'll place the remaining dough into a baking bag, arrange the strips on top, and seal the bag. I'll bake it at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 40 minutes. This bread turns out super soft, fluffy, and delicious.
Whenever I make pasta like this, everyone asks me for the recipe. To start, let's fill a pot with hot water. Add 250 grams of pasta, 1 teaspoon of salt, and let it cook completely. Tell me if you've ever made a recipe like this before. In another pot, we'll add a bit of olive oil. No need for much. Add 1 onion chopped into small cubes and let it fry. You'll never want to eat pasta any other way. It's very easy, practical, and quick to make. No reason not to try. Let's add 3 cloves of minced garlic and keep stirring. When I make it at home, there's never anything left. Now I'll add 1 cup of tomato extract. A great option for those days when you don't have much time in the kitchen. Season with 1 teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of black pepper, and 1 teaspoon of oregano. Add half a cup of milk, stir with a spatula. Add a 1/4 cup of water, and mix again. You'll never want to eat pasta another way after learning this recipe. I'll take the pasta off the heat. Back to the sauce. Let's add 1 cup of heavy cream. This is one of the most important ingredients to make sure our mixture has the right consistency. I learned this secret from the owner of a 5-star restaurant. We'll add 200 grams of mozzarella cheese and 1 tablespoon of butter. And before I forget, tell me which city you're watching from so I can send you a special shout out. Today's shout out goes to Jessica Miller from Chicago. I'm so glad you're enjoying our recipes. I'll add the pasta and stir again with a spatula. And then add some more mozzarella cheese, as much as you like. For a special touch, I'll also use a bit of parsley, but this part is optional. Cover and let it cook for about 10 minutes. With just a few everyday ingredients, we can make a meal much tastier than the ones sold in traditional restaurants. The smell is amazing, and the taste is even better. Teach it to that friend of yours who loves eating pasta. I'm sure they'll be really happy, and might even message you to say thanks. I really wish I had learned this before, and that's why I'm sharing this secret with you now. It became one of my favorite recipes since the first time I tried it. I'm sure even people who don't like pasta that much will be impressed with the flavor.